Hi, getting back to being a caregiver. What most people seem to overlook is one of the most important parts of being a caregiver is you being healthy enough to be a caregiver. If you're neglecting your own health, as I've done in the past, I can tell you it just makes everybody's life a lot harder. Some of the things you have to do, and I'm sure you know all of these, but just to remind you, again, you may be in a position that you've never anticipated being in, and you figured, well, the hell with everything else, we just got to do it. But if you're going to do it properly, you want to be there for the long haul if that's what it takes. So let me remind you, you have to stay healthy. You have to get some rest yourself. I know it's hard to get rest when you're sleeping with one ear and one eye open in the same proximity, listening for every sound and looking for every movement. But you have to get some sleep. You'll never get 8 hours. Forget about it. It's a dream. But you can get a couple of good hours and you can grab some naps during the course of the day. They're not always going to need constant attention. As long as you're in the proximity, so you feel like you're still doing your job and you grab a nap a couple of times a day, it can only be beneficial to all parties involved. Second thing is, we have a tendency to eat badly. We don't get full meals because maybe we're not in a position to prepare them, or the caregiver was the one that made your food or whatever, and that situation has changed. So you want to eat as much good stuff as you can. You want to have your proteins, your fiber, all the stuff that you would normally have. But if you can't get it, have some decent snacks during the course of the day in addition to what you can eat as a normal meal. Also, now that you may be a little more sedentary than you've been in the past, you might want to make sure you still get your exercise somehow. Do some yoga, chair yoga possibly. Do some exercises while you're watching the person. If you're able to do some sit-ups, some squats, whatever the case may be. Get some of the stretchy things that you can use in a chair for your arms and your legs, and even light weights, would help. You have to make sure you get your exercises because you're going to end up gaining weight probably and losing muscle mass because it's not being used. Also, schedule some time for yourself to do something that you enjoy that's going to take your mind off of what you're doing as a caregiver. Read a book, do some yoga, meditation might be good for you. Something like that, anything that gets your mind off of what you're doing without you necessarily have to be away from what you're doing can only be helpful, I would imagine. Also, one day a week, find somebody to pinch hit for you, maybe during a less critical time of the activity schedule, doctor's appointments and whatnot, where you know you have to be there. But if you can get somebody to pinch hit for you for even half a day, a couple of times a week, it would probably be very helpful to you and to them. Most important, I think, is to find somebody to talk to. Somebody that's a good friend, maybe just they can't be up there with you wherever you are or wherever you're located, but you can get them on the phone and do a FaceTime and have a little bit of a counseling session with them so you can be reminded of what your life really is under normal circumstances. Also, last but not least, if you can, join a caregivers group online possibly. That may be very helpful to you, give you some tips, maybe recommend a couple of things that you hadn't even thought about. So I'm just reminding you of what you know you have to do, but we might have forgotten it along the way. Being a caregiver is a wonderful thing. Like I've said before, I can't say I wanted to do it, but I've done it 3 times already. I'm hoping not to have to do it again, but if I will if I have to. We are special people that can do it well. And I think you're to be proud of yourself. And if nobody else is giving you a thank you, I am giving you a thank you. Talk to you soon.